Hi there, this is Amit from PhoneRadar, and today we are going to talk about the Freedom 251 smartphones strategies. Now, the brand had an interview with NDTV wherein there were a few questions asked to the brand, and here are a few answers which the brand's president and the MD had answered. And this is the same guy, Cute Mohit, who has been in the news for his Facebook profile or the Facebook name, and who is the managing director for the company. So there were a few questions asked, and the first question was how many devices would be shipped or would be actually sold. So many of the users had a speculation that they would be shipping a few thousand units. I had also speculated that they would be shipping a few thousand units and probably 1 lakh units. But surprisingly, they have announced that they would be shipping around 50 lakh devices. Now the point is that they are mentioning that 50% of the devices would be sold through online and 50% would be offline. So if you go to the website, that's freedom251.com, there's a list of dealers in the bottom, and that's where you can find the list of dealers where you can also buy this phone. Now this is a strategy. According to them, they are playing a bigger volume game. Next up is about the delivery. Now according to the order page, you would be getting the device by June end. But according to the brand's MD, they are going to ship the devices from April or in the early May, following which they would ensure that all the 50 lakh devices would be shipped before the end of June. Now that's something which is not really possible because we have seen a lot of flash sales from different brands, and they have never attempted selling, even shipping lakhs of devices, maybe a few million devices within a few weeks. Because first thing, these companies have been running their assembly lines and have been having everything in place from the past few years, and still they don't really have the amount of units available back to back, and that's the reason they come up with flash sales every few weeks. So if you keep a notice on the Lee TV or the Xiaomi flash sales, you can clearly notice that they are not able to ship 5 lakh devices in one go. So they come up with a weekly flash sale with 1 lakh devices or 70,000 devices or the amount of devices which are actually shipped from China to India. But according to this brand, they are going to ship 50 lakh devices within a month or so. So that's not practically possible, but let's see. That's what the brand is promising. Now when they were asked about the pricing point, now that's where the whole question comes in. When Rajiv Makhni from NDTV had questioned him about the first lowest pricing available for this phone, they made a guess estimation that this would be costing around 2,000 rupees. Less, there would be 50% discount based on the volume, which is like 50 lakh devices. Now that's also okay, considering that we can still go ahead with what they are promising. Less, they mentioned that there would be 200 or 250 rupees of discount on the import duties. Now the first important question here is, why would the import duty question come in here if you are actually going to manufacture this device in India? You're calling this as a Make in India device, and when you say that this is a Make in India device, you should be actually having all the products being manufactured in India and not just assembled in India. And the next thing is, still you end up a pricing of around 800 rupees, and the actual pricing mentioned is 251 rupees. Now this difference still of around 550 rupees, and according to the brand, this would be coming in from the pre-installed applications or some of the collaborations they will be doing down the line. Now when would this collaboration actually happen? Because it is already February ending, we have March, 1 month's time wherein they have to start manufacturing the device or even assemble the device, do the R&D, do the testing, and then start even shipping the device by April 1st week, which is what they have promised. I'm not quoting any of these things. You can just head over to the link in the description where I have actually linked to the NDTV's interview, and you can find out what all they have actually promised. So this video is all about what they have promised, and I'm just trying to share this information in a point by point basis to you. Now the next question asked was about the previous orders. The brand had recently launched the India's cheapest 4G phone at 3,000 rupees, and that's a 5 inches device. And according to the brand, the device would be delivered by 25th February. So today is 20th February. We have 4 days to go, before which the brand has to ensure that every of the customer who have actually ordered the Smart 101 phone at 3,000 rupees should be actually getting it. So we just have 4 days to go, and we can know if they are really shipping those devices or not. But there are chances they would obviously ship that to just bring in more belief on the company or more confidence in the people. But again, if it all goes good, it's very good, and we really would love that someone would be actually able to offer a device at a very low price. And the next question was about the website not able to take the orders. Now the brand's president had mentioned that they were getting around 63 lakh hits per second. But if you clearly notice in the interview, they have mentioned 63 lakh hits per second, but on the website they had mentioned 6 lakh hits per second, a clear difference of 10.5 times. Again, another confusion. And they mentioned that later on, within a day or two, when the load is actually gone down, everyone can make these orders. The next question was about the government subsidy. How much is the government subsidy? And the answer was 0. They're not getting any subsidies. The reason is that they have not even asked for any subsidy with the government, and whatever speculations were done around this were actually done by the people, and that's because of the pricing. People started guessing that this would be because the government is actually taking this under the Make in India initiative and offering them some kind of subsidies and tax benefits, which is the reason they are passing that to the customers. But the real fact, according to them, is they had just invited the government officials to the launch, and there were no connection with the government during this event or the launch event. Now, what's the connection with the AdCom? We had also covered a story about the clear resemblance of this device with the AdCom's devices, and also the media also had received the AdCom devices with a whitener on the top on this area, which was actually hiding the AdCom logo. Now, the answer to this was they didn't have the device ready, and they clearly mentioned that what would be guaranteeing right now is the internal specifications and the 4 inches screen size. Nothing else is yet confirmed. You would be getting a different design, you would be getting a different form factor, or anything could change, but that's what they are promising right now. And they're not even sure what would be actually promised, even though the promised date is 1 month from now. That's when they would be actually shipping the devices. Both the president and the director had mentioned about the 13.5% of subsidy from the government under the Make in India initiative. But this only comes in place if you're actually importing some products from China or any other country. When you actually are announcing that you will be setting up your own manufacturing in India, then this whole point is confusing, because you are either are you actually manufacturing or are you actually assembling these devices. And when you are talking about 50 lakh devices in terms of volume, it's not a small amount of volume when you are already taking orders for the other devices also. So this means that you are obviously making a larger number of business in the coming months, and you're also promising that all of this would happen, including the R&D, even the testing and everything, within 1 month, and you would start shipping these devices by the month of April. So that's it. I mean, these are a few of the points which the brand's president and the MD had announced during the discussion with NDTV. The link is in the description, and I had also asked them a few questions in the last video. You can check out the link of this video somewhere around here, which can help you in understanding few of the questions which we had with them. Obviously, I'm not against this campaign. I would obviously appreciate them if they're not going to really fraud anyone. But if there's a fraud happening here, it's not just about the 250 rupees which is lost, but it's also about the image which the brand is creating all over the world. The product has been in the news for the last 1 week worldwide, and it has been trending. And if it comes out to be a scam, it would actually kill the fame, or it would actually create a negative impact on the image of our country. So I really hope this project actually goes ahead as they are promising, and I really hope that they start delivering the devices, and that would be a good thing which would happen. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section below, or you can tweet to me at Amit Bhavani, or you can follow us on PhoneRadar blog, or you can subscribe to this channel for more videos around the Freedom 251 or any of these other smartphone reviews which we keep doing on a weekly basis. This is Amit signing off, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thank you.